You ever wonder how people survived winter before heaters, supermarkets, and GPS deliveries? No backup generators. No panic buys. No online orders. Just raw land, human hands, and a kind of wisdom most of us forgot. The Amish didn't. They don't just prepare for winter, they embrace it. Every jar sealed, every log stacked, every thread stitched. Because when the snow comes knocking, they're already ready. This ain't just about survival. It's about tradition, about grit, about turning the coldest season into the warmest kind of life. Welcome to Rustic Plantry. Let me show you how the Amish prepare for winter. The real way. 1. The kitchen never sleeps. When the frost clings to windows and mornings start slow, the Amish kitchen turns into a sacred space. You wake up to the smell of oatmeal simmering on a wood stove. No timers, no buttons, just instinct. The bread dough rises slow near the stove's edge, covered in a damp cloth. In the corner, crocks filled with fermenting cabbage bubble quietly. Sauerkraut season. It's pungent. It's necessary. A good batch can last all winter. The kitchen isn't quiet during these months. It's alive. Pies are baked and cooled near windows where the cold keeps them fresh. Jars are sealed tight and tucked away like treasure. Butter is churned by hand, no complaints. Kids stir molasses into cookies as their mother teaches them how thick the dough should be by feel. It ain't about recipe books. It's about memory. It's about muscle. It's about making do. And when the blizzard locks the doors shut, that kitchen becomes the heartbeat of the home. 2. Snow doesn't mean stop. They don't hibernate. That's what outsiders think. That Amish folks just hole up and wait for the thaw. But the truth? They keep going. Horses still need feeding. Cows still need milking. Ice needs to be broken on the water troughs every morning, every night. If a barn door's frozen shut, you find another way in. There's always a way. Snow blankets everything, but underneath, life keeps moving, and they move with it. Buggies fitted with sleigh runners glide over snow-covered roads. Children wrapped tight in quilts ride to school with red cheeks and woolen mittens. Chores don't get delayed. They just change pace. Slower, steadier. The snow might try to bury the world, but it can't bury duty. Not here. 3. Candlelight conversations. Nights come early, real early. By 4:30, the sun's already vanished behind the hills. But that's when the best part begins. Someone lights the kerosene lamp. The table gets cleared, and the whole family settles in. There's no TV buzzing in the background. No phones lighting up faces. Just faces, lit by firelight. They read together, pray, play card games, simple ones. Sometimes just talk, sometimes silence. And you know what? The silence ain't empty. It's warm, comfortable, the kind that lets you hear the crackle of the stove or the wind sliding against the walls. That's when Grandpa tells stories about the old winters, the harder ones, where snow blocked the road for days and they had to melt snow for water. He laughs when he says it, like it weren't hardship, just life. You listen, and somewhere deep inside, you start to understand warmth isn't just heat. It's being seen. It's being together. 4. The butchering days. Late fall or early winter, once the temperatures stay cold, something changes. It's time for the butchering. Neighbors gather. It's not pretty. It's not quiet. But it's important. Pigs are taken first. Every part used. Nothing wasted. The men handle the slaughter. The women prepare the meat. They grind sausage, smoke hams, render lard. The kids help pack jars, clean tools. It's messy, raw, real. The smell of blood and smoke fills the air. But there's pride in it. That food, those cuts, those jars of fat, that head cheese, that's survival right there. You don't waste effort. You don't complain. You work. You say grace. And when it's all packed, labeled, and stored, you know you did something ancient, something human. 5. Sowing hope in the cold. It ain't all food and firewood. Winter needs more than that. It needs comfort. It needs care. And so, the sewing room stays busy. Women patch old clothes, repurpose worn fabric, sew new mittens out of old scraps. Old flannel shirts become child-sized coats. Nothing gets thrown away unless it's truly dead. And even then, someone saves the buttons. Quilts get stitched, sometimes for new babies, sometimes for neighbors who lost theirs in a fire. Each square sewn during long, quiet nights feels like a prayer. Not loud, not flashy, just steady, hands moving with purpose, needles clicking, stories whispered over thread. Some tears too, because winter brings memories. Some good, some hard, but stitching them together, that's what makes it bearable. 6. Preparing the animals the real way. Animals don't get forgotten, ever. Before winter hits hard, every barn gets checked, fixed, reinforced. Horses get extra feed. Cows get their hooves cleaned. Chickens move to warmer coops. Straw thick on every floor. And yes, the goats too, blanketed sometimes if they're old. Because an Amish farmer knows, if his animals suffer, so does he. They're not just stock. They're part of the rhythm. They plow, pull, feed, and give. So they're kept warm, protected. And if a calf is born in a cold snap, it's brought inside, near the stove, swaddled like a child. You don't learn that from books. You learn that from watching your father place a shivering lamb near the oven and whisper, "You'll be all right now." 7. The quiet before the storm. There's a stillness that comes just before the first heavy snow. You can feel it in your bones. The sky goes gray, not angry, just tired. The wind stops arguing. Everything feels paused. And during that moment, the Amish know this is the final call. Last logs are stacked, doors double-checked. That one drafty window finally gets sealed. Bread baked in double batches. Coffee substitute ground. And then they wait. Not with fear, but with a kind of calm. Because they know when you've prepared with your hands, your heart relaxes. The storm will come. Let it. The house is ready. The soul is too. 8. Ice houses and forgotten wisdom. Back when deep freezers didn't exist, Amish families built ice houses. Some still do. They'd cut blocks of ice from frozen ponds in January, haul them back using horses, store them in sawdust, tight, cold, packed like treasure. That ice, it could last till August. It's wild, right? Ice in the middle of summer. All because someone had the foresight to store winter within winter. It's not about the ice. It's about the mindset. You don't wait for need. You meet it before it shows up. You outthink the hardship. And you learn to thank the frozen pond just as much as the sun. Because everything has its season. And every season has its gift. 9. Making joy from the hard stuff. It's not all survival. Sometimes it's just joy. They sled. They skate on frozen ponds. They build snowmen with carrot noses. The kids shriek and tumble in drifts taller than their heads. And inside, cookies bake while the house smells like cinnamon and hope. Songs are sung, hymns in harmony. No one's voice perfect, but all of them full. That's what makes it special. When the world outside seems frozen stiff, they don't freeze with it. They laugh louder. They hold tighter. They make joy out of the hard stuff. That's not easy, but it's something they've mastered. Like churning butter, like quilting, like surviving. 10. When spring isn't a surprise. By late February, you see it. A drip from the roof. A patch of earth near the barn door. A chicken pecking where snow used to be. It's subtle. Spring doesn't crash in, it whispers. But the Amish? They hear it. Because they've waited. Earned it. They don't celebrate too early. They keep the wood stacked. The pantry stocked. But something changes in their eyes. Hope glimmers. Not loud, just sure. Because they've made it through another one. Another winter. And not just by luck, but by wisdom. By work. By community. and a faith that even the coldest seasons must pass. So when the world goes quiet and the wind starts to howl, ask yourself this: are you truly ready? Not just your house, your heart. Because the Amish, they don't fear winter. They walk into it like they've met it before. And they have, through generations, through stories, through faith and fire. If you found something beautiful in their ways, stick around. We don't just tell stories here. We pass down a life, a quieter, deeper, richer one. This is Rustic Plantry, where old wisdom still matters. And winter isn't the end. It's just another beginning.